When do you think you've been proudest of using your own voice?
I did a film with an absolute idiot of a co-star. And this human being was being so insecure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable and uncomfortable that I got screamed at. And I would cry walking off set.
I have a question. Oh, hey, how you doing? How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Ryan was looking for
purposefully trying to make you laugh.
Yes.
Go on, in what way?
Before I break, and I'm the easiest to break it, Chris Pine used to call me Giggles Gadot, just because I laugh all the time. So I'm super easy to break, and when I try to hold it in, my eyes start to twitch. So if Ryan would see the eyes start to twitch, he would punch me with jokes until I broke. It was a very expensive movie for many reasons.
In a shocking turn of events, Hollywood insiders have allegedly exposed Ryan Reynolds for blackmailing young actors in the industry. The beloved Deadpool star, known for his witty humor and charismatic on-screen presence, is now facing serious accusations that could tarnish his reputation. Reports claim that Reynolds used his influence to pressure rising stars, leveraging personal secrets and career opportunities to maintain control. While no official statements have been released, this revelation has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, leaving fans and industry professionals questioning the truth behind the allegations.
You call yourself an actor, this is what I have to work with. What is this? And I stood there just breaking. This happens. But because this person was number one on a call sheet, there was no safety net for me. So no one had my back. And I remember the next day I walked on and I said, you get off my set. This is the first time I've ever spoken. I remember being so scared. And I looked at this person and I said, you can F off. I'm going to work towards a tennis ball. I never want to see you again. And then I remember the producers came up and said, you can't do this to number one. We have to let this person be on set. And I said, but the person can turn around and I can act to the back head.
Wow.
And I did. I was so scared. I feel
The person who wrote to me said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds. And now I look at him and I just go, how did I not see this? Is the backstory. Comes to set, reviews the dailies, the raw footage, whatever that was shot today, reviews the script, and then he goes into his trailer, allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in all the drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni.
Recent reports suggest that Robert Downey Jr. has turned down an offer from Ryan Reynolds to appear in Deadpool and Wolverine. Fans had speculated that Downey's iconic Tony Stark DOS Iron Man could make a cameo in the highly anticipated Marvel film, especially with the MCU exploring multiverse storylines. However, sources claim that the actor politely declined the opportunity, possibly due to his commitment to moving beyond his Marvel role after Avengers Endgame. While neither Reynolds nor Downey has publicly addressed the rumors, this news has disappointed fans who are hoping to see the legendary Iron Man share the screen with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Robert Downey Jr., after a 5-year break, is returning to Marvel, but before he did that, he actually turned down Ryan Reynolds. Making the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman told Ryan Reynolds in 2021 he'd return as Wolverine after saying 4 years earlier he'd never come back doing the movie Logan. It was one of the most cameo-filled movies in history, where 45 different actors from both the MCU and the Fox universe returned for Deadpool and Wolverine. But one actor Ryan Reynolds asked to return for Deadpool and Wolverine was Robert Downey Jr., saying he wanted him to share a scene with Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau does actually have a very big scene in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, but that scene was originally written with Robert Downey Jr. taking the main stage and Jon Favreau only being a small part of it. He even wrote the scene in 2018 just so it would make sense for Robert Downey Jr.'s character to be in there, because it does take place before the events of Avengers Infinity War. When Ryan Reynolds approached Robert Downey Jr. with the script, he said he was completely shocked he got an instant no. The reason was Robert Downey Jr. was already in talks to return as Dr. Doom, but he couldn't tell Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds said he didn't know about that until it was revealed, but now is happy for him and said he wants to fight him in Secret Wars. We'll get to see them together on screen eventually. With that, I'm Charles Pro. Subscribe to learn something.
TJ Miller, who played Weasel in the first Deadpool film, has also parted ways with the sequel due to creative differences with Ryan Reynolds. Miller revealed that Reynolds, as the face of the franchise, sought greater control over its direction. He explained, "It became clear that Ryan wanted to be in control of the franchise. If he decides he wants to control it, then he's going to control it." This clash in vision ultimately led to Miller's departure from Deadpool 2.
Would I work with him again? No. I sort of wish him well because he's so good at Deadpool, and I think it's weird that he hates me.
Do you know he hates
We
you?
had a really weird moment on Deadpool where he said, "Let's do one more take." And then as the character, he was like horrifically mean to me, but to me, as if I'm Weasel. So he was like, "You know what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star. You do just enough exposition that is funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real
So he's
movie."
riffing.
I just kind of listened and thought it was weird, and then I got off stage and I walked over, and the whole crew was acting weird. And then I went up to Kate and I was like, "That was weird, right?" And she was like, "Of course it was fucking weird. It was insane." Everybody was like, "Why is Ryan doing this?" And the other weird thing is like, I think he's kind of an insecure dude. His Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that tested the best in focus groups. And I'm not sure that he's joking. I think that Ryan Reynolds, Kate thinks Kate thinks he's super frenemy with me, or even just that he hates me. I could see him hating me. But I said on Hot Ones, I went on Hot Ones and I said that, what was great about Deadpool is they covered up his handsome face because he's so distracting. He must know this, but it's so distracting to look at him, and guys don't want to laugh at him because he looks like the guy that fucked your high school girlfriend. And then girls don't really want to laugh at him. They just think he's cute, so they'll just look at him. Like Ryan Gosling. Girls don't care if he is talking or acting.
Accurate.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So I think, but he's such a good comedian that when you cover his face, he's so quick, he's so funny. So I love him as a comedian.
Adding to the growing controversy surrounding Ryan Reynolds, recent reports suggest that he may have deliberately excluded his Deadpool co-star, Morena Baccarin, from promotional activities for Deadpool and Wolverine. A viral TikTok video referenced a blind item from July 2024, alleging that Reynolds completely iced out Baccarin during the film's press tour. Fans have noted her noticeable absence from many cast interviews, as well as her frequent solo appearances on the red carpet, sparking speculation about a potential rift between the two actors. While neither Reynolds nor Baccarin has addressed the rumors, the situation has only fueled further debate about Reynolds' behind-the-scenes influence on the franchise.
Looks like a pattern is emerging as I found this blind item from July of 2024 stating that Ryan Reynolds completely iced out his co-star, Morena Baccarin, I think it is, and she was not included in any of the promotion for Deadpool and Wolverine. And when you think back to it, yeah, she wasn't. And if you look at the red carpet photos, she's pictured all alone by herself, not with any of the other cast. Just like what Blake did to Justin. So I wonder what the disagreement was there. I wonder if she was questioning some of the jokes in the movie. And of course, Ryan's ego couldn't take it. I'm sure there's some ironclad NDA in there and we'll never know what happened. But the promos and the videos don't lie. She wasn't in any of them with the cast. She was all alone by herself. I'm just hoping she wasn't sent to the basement.
Quentin Tarantino, known for his bold opinions on Hollywood and filmmaking, has also shared his thoughts on Ryan Reynolds. While he hasn't directly accused Reynolds of anything troubling, Tarantino has made it clear that he isn't a fan of modern superhero films, many of which Reynolds is heavily associated with, particularly Deadpool. The legendary director once stated that he has no interest in making a superhero movie, and some believe this could be, in part, due to actors like Reynolds, whose comedic and self-aware approach to the genre defines a major trend in Hollywood.
I mean, I used to collect Marvel comic books. I loved Marvel comic books. If all this was coming out in '86, I would be all down with it. I met a kid I'd never met before at a party the other day. He asked me about what I felt about superhero movies. You know, he's talking about how he saw the first Iron Man when he was 4. To him, Marvel movies and DC movies are movies. And there's been actually almost no competition to show him that there can be anything else. So going to the movies means going to see those movies.
One such instance involves Jake Gyllenhaal, who starred alongside Reynolds in the 2017 sci-fi thriller Life. While promoting the film, Gyllenhaal jokingly revealed that working with Reynolds was a challenge, not because of the intensity of the role, but because of Reynolds' relentless antics on set. The two developed a strong friendship, but Gyllenhaal admitted that Reynolds' humor and constant pranks often disrupted filming, leading to moments where they struggled to stay professional.
Your movie, Life.
Yeah.
This is you and Ryan Reynolds.
The set was crazy. International Space Station, the whole movie takes place zero gravity. We're floating around on wires, and we're being chased by an alien. When we would cut, we just couldn't stop laughing. And producers brought us to the side, and they were like, we need to talk to Ryan and Jake. And they were like, cut it out. We are wasting so much money. I was like, we're starting a bromance. Give us some time. Cue Instagram.
The most recent ongoing legal dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has recently intensified, with Ryan Reynolds becoming more involved. During the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special, Reynolds made a controversial joke referencing the legal tensions between his wife, Lively, and Baldoni. Wally Ferriston, SNL's cue card handler, claimed that Reynolds pitched the joke himself, though representatives for Reynolds and NBC have denied this assertion.
Meanwhile, over the weekend, SNL did its 50th anniversary tribute, and there was one moment that seemed to stand out. That was a moment where Tina Fey and Amy Poehler called out Ryan Reynolds in the audience, and it was a little awkward.
I have a question. Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds. Hi. Hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Joking about how you and your wife essentially tried to leverage by accusing him of sexual harassment is not amazing. It's not an amazing look. I think it's going to do serious career damage to Ryan Reynolds, and by the evidence, it probably should.
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
This was the first public appearance for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds since she filed her civil rights complaint. This is a big legal battle for the two of them. So we saw Ryan poke fun at their own woes. Right now, they're obviously going through it. And I have to tell you that there actually is expected to be a big update in that legal saga this week. Blake Lively's attorneys have said that they are going to be filing an amended complaint against Justin Baldoni, and the judge set a deadline for tomorrow. So that can be coming very, very soon.
Candace Owens has recently suggested that Ryan Reynolds, husband of Blake Lively, may be the central figure in the ongoing dispute between Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. In a series of Instagram stories on January 24th, 2025, Owens shared claims from an anonymous source alleging that Reynolds' unexpected visit to the film set led to escalated tensions.
Person who wrote to me said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds. And now I look at him and I just go, how did I not see this? This is the backstory. Comes to set, reviews the dailies, the raw footage, whatever that was shot today, reviews the script, and then he goes into his trailer, allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in all the drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument? We don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni.
Wait, do you guys remember the interview that Ryan took over for It Ends With Us?
It's not every day the husband gets to interview his wife's love interest in a film. It's kind of crazy.
I don't remember seeing this on the schedule.
Let's dive in, shall we? So I saw you posing in a photo with Mrs. Reynolds, and I'm sorry, what do you call her? Do you guys have a nickname or something? Okay, no, just so it's Mrs. Okay. I saw this photo. It was very suggestive.
It looked like he was just trying to be funny, but now with everything coming out, people believe that maybe he was the one who was trying to hijack the whole entire movie, including the marketing. And then Candace Owens posted this on her story today, which is really making him look bad. She put this on her Instagram story, and she's basically saying that the true villain of this whole entire saga is Ryan Reynolds. And allegedly, the tip came from somebody who worked on the set with them.
The New York Times supported Blake, leading to Justin losing work. Justin countersued Blake, Ryan, and the newspaper, claiming they tried to take control of the movie. He released receipts disproving Blake's claims. Ryan allegedly used his influence to get Justin fired.
Now, as soon as she says this, the New York Times comes out with an investigative report saying, yo, Blake Lively probably telling the truth. Justin Baldoni ain't it. It all comes down on Justin Baldoni. People are cussing him out. He's losing awards. He's losing work. He gets dropped by his talent agency. But here's where things start to get wicked. Justin Baldoni don't take this lying down. Justin Baldoni decides to pull an Uno reverse card. He says, but it is I who is suing you. He sues Blake Lively, the New York Times, and Ryan Reynolds. I need you to listen closely.
Recent events have intensified scrutiny of Ryan Reynolds' behavior in the entertainment industry. We all remember when Reynolds revealed he had offered a role in Deadpool and Wolverine to filmmaker Jordan Peele. However, Peele declined due to his commitments to other projects, with Reynolds noting he's busy building a gigantic empire. These incidents have sparked discussions about Reynolds' professional conduct and decision-making within the industry.
Ryan Reynolds had an ensemble cast of 45 different actors join him for Deadpool and Wolverine, but one person who told him no was Jordan Peele. Making Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds' initial plan wasn't to have Hugh Jackman in it and actually just have it be called Deadpool 3. That was because the initial plan for Deadpool 3 was to have it to be a road trip Christmas comedy about Deadpool traveling to the North Pole. And Ryan Reynolds, who is a big fan of Jordan Peele's work as a writer, director, and actor, wanted him to play a villain in the movie. Jordan Peele told Ryan Reynolds no, saying he was just too busy doing other projects. Then after Disney bought Fox for $71 billion, there was actually a several-year delay for Deadpool 3 and a lot of things got changed. Years later, Ryan Reynolds asked Jordan Peele to come back and play a villain in Deadpool and Wolverine. He gave the same exact excuse this time, saying he was busy once again. Looking at Jordan Peele's credits, it points to another reason where he used to just act and not direct or write. His more recent credits are him as a director and producer, and he only acts when he's running the project. And also during this period, he was in talks with Marvel about directing a new X-Men trilogy, but that seems to have fizzled out. Very likely Peele won't act without directing. With that, I'm Charles Pearl. Subscribe to learn something.
What do you think about these allegations and rumors surrounding Ryan Reynolds? Share your thoughts in the comments below.